Hey everyone, I'm going over the Instapot Pro. This pressure cooker is amazing. I have been using it now for a little over a year. It came to me highly recommended by my sister who works in retail, so she moves through a lot of these and says this is the one to get. So this is the one I got, and I don't regret it. It shortens my cooking times. It increases the flavor in foods, and it is an all-around beast when it comes to doing work in the kitchen. There's so many things you can do with it, so I'm going to go over some of those features and why I like it so much. So first of all, the Instapot brand is great, and it has a lot of safety features. They have pressure cooking figured out. The device is very sturdy. It looks aesthetically good in the kitchen, especially since these tend to be one of the larger appliances you might have. It has to sit out, and I think it looks good in our kitchen, and we get questions and comments on it often. So let's go over the device itself. The lid here is great. It's got a nice seal. So not every pressure cooker has this, and I like this additional seal here. If you've ever worked with a pressure cooker before, when the steam blows out, it stops a lot of that coming up. So if you have it underneath like a cabinet, this helps to stop moisture from collecting on top of the cabinet. So that's one cool feature. And the safety release for the steam at the end of your cook time is right here. Super logical and easy to use. I appreciate that about the device. Inside I have a great pot. This pot locks into place. It's stainless steel, so that's best for really clean cooking. There's no nonstick or anything like that on the inside, so it's just some of the cleanest cooking that you can get done. So that fits in here, and then it locks down, we're good to go. So like one of the things today I'm gonna be cooking, I'm gonna cook a roast later today. And the first thing I can do with my roast is I can sear it in that pot. So I just leave the lid off, and then I use one of these saute functions. So we're on, and then I start my saute function. I can change the temperature on that if I want, and then to make that low or high or whatever, I just use high. I'm gonna throw in like my onions and a little bit of oil, and then I'm gonna saute and I'm gonna brown that meat. Now I could saute vegetables and stuff in there too, but I'm making a roast today, so I will throw my big roast in there, brown the edges on it, make sure that's good to go, add in the water, whatever the broth that I'm going to be using, and then all I have to do from there is just throw the lid back on top. It gives this nice beep. It's pleasant, cute little beep to let you know that it's ready to cook. And then from there, we're off to pressure cooking. So I'll just cancel my saute that I'm doing, that I had setting that I had on there. And then I'm going to go to the pressure cook. And in here, this cool display allows you to just toggle through what the different sort of standard settings are going to be. Mine is beef here, so I'm going to be cooking some beef for this roast that I'm making. And then I basically just hit the button and we're off to the races. It'll start to cook. It'll let you know what's going on with the preheating and the pressurizing of the device and how long it is through cooking with these cool chevrons. So this display is super logical, easy to use. Turn to sort of scroll, and then press to select the settings that you want, and then start. Very, very easy. There's a ton of other things you can make in here. You can make rice in these things. A lot of people don't know that you can use it as a rice cooker too. That'll save you money, so you don't have to buy one of those. You can steam vegetables and whatnot in it with water. So there's a ton you can do with these, and it really just shortens the time and increases the flavor. That's one of the biggest benefits of using a pressure cooker. The first one is really time. I mean, if I put this in a crock pot, a 3-pound roast or whatever it is I'm doing, I'm looking at 12 hours. I feel like I have to leave that thing overnight to cook. I am going to start this before I'm over my little lunch break here, and I'm going to have it ready for dinner when I come back. It's going to cook my roast. The beef in my roast probably is going to take 40 minutes. So that's super rad. And then it keeps the food warm, so you don't end up overcooking it. It's just going to keep it warm once it's done. So once you finish with cooking and whatnot, you can set and forget, and when you come back, you could leave it on the keep warm setting so it won't continue to overcook, and then you just be releasing your steam at the top with your little switch. Then you're good to go. You'll pop that guy off, and you can add in other things. So like one of the things I'll do is I'll cook the roast and the more hearty things earlier, and then if I want to come back and add in something softer, like a softer potato or something, it's easy to just throw that back in and pressure cook it for another 5 or 10 minutes and increase my ingredients. So that's another cool thing you can do, is go back and even cook more. So again, this guy's been a part of our kitchen family for over a year. If you don't have a pressure cooker yet, your mind is going to be blown and your life is going to be changed when you start cooking with one of these, with what you can do for speed and versatility of your cooking. And after going through a couple different brands, I love the Instapot. So I'm a fan, and I'm excited to continue to use this into the future and see how many more awesome dishes I can make.